Y'all, in 2022, we are buying bags that we love. We are not buying bags because some influencer has them or we see a lot of people with that bag. We're not doing that. We're only buying the bags that we feel are great quality, they're gorgeous, and we love them. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the bags that are on my don't buy list and what you should replace them with. Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I'm Ashley Dunmore and I put out videos on fashion, beauty, and luxury on Fridays. So if that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and click subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified whenever I put out new videos. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about buy this, not that. As consumers of luxury goods, we know that there is no shortage of new items coming into the market. Every year we see new styles and we wonder, is this really worth the money? Many of these items, while they're very trendy, they aren't necessarily functional and they aren't necessarily the best buy for your money. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about bags that are okay, but I think we have some better options out there. Stay tuned. The first item on my don't buy list is the Louis Vuitton Speedy. Now hear me out. I have the Louis Vuitton Speedy B and I actually recommend that bag over the Speedy, and my reasoning for this is the Speedy is a classic bag. It's one of Louis Vuitton's most famous and iconic styles. However, just the Speedy is not necessarily functional for everyday life. Instead, you can get the Louis Vuitton Speedy B. You'll have to spend a little bit more money, but you can have the same look as a traditional Louis Vuitton Speedy, but you also get the strap that gives you additional functionality. I actually have the strap inside the bag, that's where I store it, but it makes it just so much easier to be able to have the strap when you're in the grocery store or when you're walking someplace and you want to be hands-free. I just feel like it's really worth the extra money to get the strap, and you'll get so much more use out of this bag. The second item on my don't buy list is the Dior book tote. The Dior book tote is absolutely beautiful. It comes in so many different styles and the patterns that they put on this fabric is just absolutely gorgeous. But at the end of the day, it is just fabric and the price tag is really, really high for that. And not to mention the fact that it doesn't come with a strap and the handles are notorious for being kind of painful when the bag gets to be too full. So for that reason, I recommend a few bags. So I personally love my Louis Vuitton Neverfull tote in the Marmont leather. But if you're looking for something a little bit bigger that has a similar size to the Dior book tote, I would recommend the Louis Vuitton On The Go bag, or you could do the Fendi Roma tote. Both of those just come in much better materials and they have a much more sturdy construction and they have straps too, which just makes it a much more functional bag for you. I've said it before and I will say it again, the third item on my don't buy list is the Gucci Marmont bag. It comes in many different sizes and I'm just not a fan of the styling. I think the styling is starting to look a little bit dated, and I think what happened with this bag is it was really, really popular and you couldn't go anywhere without seeing one for several years. And now, as with anything that we see people carrying a lot of all the time, we just get kind of tired of seeing them. And so for that reason, I don't recommend the Gucci Marmont bag. Instead, I recommend the YSL Loulou, and I have these in a couple of sizes and it's just a really timeless and classic design. It's got the same flat bag construction, so same functionality. They both have straps with chains on them and they both have nice hardware, but I just think that the Loulou is a much more classic bag. The next item on my don't buy list is the Prada re-edition bag in nylon. I have seen this bag absolutely everywhere. You can't look on Instagram, TikTok, out in public at restaurants. I'll run into several girls carrying the same bag and it's just everywhere. And it's really similar to the Gucci Marmont bag where I think it's really overdone at this point. I do, however, recommend this bag in the Saffiano leather. I think it's a nice upgrade from the nylon and you don't see it as often. I think it's an absolutely beautiful bag in the Saffiano leather. Another option is the Gucci Jackie 1961 bag, and that bag is actually on my wish list. It's gorgeous. It comes in a canvas and it also comes in a leather, and the hardware on that bag is just chef's kiss. It's just a much more sleek and elegant bag, and I think it's going to be something that is going to be a classic for a long time. And I haven't seen this one out in public yet, so I think this is a great option if you're looking at the Prada re-edition. It's a little bit more expensive, but you're getting much higher quality material in the leather or the canvas over the nylon. The last item on my don't buy list is the Bottega Veneta mini cassette bag. I've never really been a huge fan of the Bottega Veneta cassette line, but I actually prefer the regular bag to the mini bag. I think this bag is so small that you don't really get a chance to appreciate the pattern on it. And I also think that it's just not, they just didn't do it well. I don't like the strap on this bag either. It just doesn't do the bag any justice. I understand the appeal of this particular Bottega Veneta bag because of the price point, but there are a couple of other options I think are better. And the first is the Balenciaga mini Hourglass bag. And that bag, it's a lot. It's very, very extra, but I think it's really, really chic. And I also think that it's really got a spicy feel to it. It's just something a little bit different that we're not used to always seeing. Another option, if that Balenciaga mini Hourglass bag is too much for you, is the Bottega Veneta pouch. And I'm not talking about the mini pouch that we see all over the place. I'm talking about this little pouch. It's got a nice rounded shape to it, and it actually reminds me a little bit of their Jody pouch, but it just has a little bit of a different strap, but really a more rounded shape, which I think is super cute, and you can't beat the price point. Please let me know what you think of my list in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you here. Until the next video, bye!